I am so alive. I'm so alive, so alive, so alive, so alive, so alive. It has been a long time. I'm glad that I'm here right now to make a video to talk to you guys. Before I say anything, listen, I want you to teach this to your children. It is important to breathe. Breathing in and out, it is one of the most important things that you want to keep up with spiritually all the time. This will greatly assist you in a lot of things. It is medicinal, I'm telling you. When you breathe out, most of the time, people don't pay attention to this because breathing in, you're like taking all the fresh air that is potent and positive, right? You have to imagine how you want to see your life success. See, you're manifesting great. The moment when you breathe in, you're starting to create from the aspect of your mind of anything that you want to actually make possible, right? It won't actually come in just a single day. But if you keep up with it, breathing, and you imagine something that is positive, I am telling you, you're going to be able to create anything from your aspect of your mind. The moment when you breathe out, that's the beautiful thing about it. When you breathe out, you are imagining everything that is toxic, everything that is holding you back, right? Anything that is holding you back, you're literally imagining it destroyed the moment when you breathe out. That is the whole science of breathing in and out. That is why I always tell you that you can use this to your own benefit in making sure that you manifest great things into your life, right? Because that's what this is all about. Breathing in, you're taking a new energy that is filled with the great adventurous success you want to make out of it. When you breathe out, you're literally recycling anything, right, that is dirty, but now exchanging it into something that is positive. So when you breathe in, you imagine what is it that you want to have the whole day, what day you want to have, or how your day should be like, right? When you breathe out, you're now releasing all the blockages, everything that is toxic, anything that is a problem in your life. If you keep up with this every time, I am telling you, you'll be able to actually better yourself every single time you get a chance. You need to teach this to your children, right? Everything that I'm actually giving you guys as a guidance, you have to teach it to your children. It's not a problem if you have to look deep into it, right? Because you can't just take what anybody's telling you on social media and now go give it to your children, right? You have to look deep in it. If it's working for you, then definitely it will be a great assist and a benefiting thing to your children, right? You have to keep this in your mind because I'm so alive. I'm so alive, so alive, so alive, so alive, so alive. I hope you are as well. And I hope you are doing a breathing technique because it is important. Now, without wasting time, I want to talk about the fact that there's a rise of suicidal thoughts that people are having in this world, right? And it's affecting everybody. Remember now that we are living in the age of all-knowing knowledge, wisdom, and understanding for people to better themselves with information. This information is coming in different ways, frequency, vibration. It comes with numbers, synchronicity numbers that keep on repeating itself on a digital clock, right? This information is coming in different numbers, and at some point it is really driving people crazy because a lot of people don't really understand what is happening or how they can actually advance from it or try to balance everything all together because it becomes more difficult. On the other hand, you have to deal with your demons, right? Anything and everything that is within you, which you think that you buried and you don't want to deal with it. Perhaps that is a problem, right? It is a big, huge problem. Let me tell you today, you shouldn't try to bury any negative thought. You have to deal with it. You shouldn't try to bury anything that actually haunted you a few years back or at a young age. You shouldn't try to bury anything that is traumatic, right? Because remember, this is the age of an awakening. The moment that happens, you will be faced with a lot of challenges. Anything that is emotional with your senses will come about in your mind, and definitely it will be a self-destructing thing. You'll have this mind thought to think that let me just rather kill myself. But it's actually deeper than that, right? The truth is, you can be able to have control over this and grow power, right? So that you don't get to be consumed by the matrix, to get to be consumed by the material world. But in order for you to actually be able to go through and be successful like you are meant to be, because you have all that power, the power lies dormant at the back of your spine. All you need to do through spiritual practice is make it rise so that it reaches your Godhead and you'll be able to see through the matrix and who's actually fooling you, right? Because the truth is right there just in front of you. However, there are those that are at the background of the system, because those that are in the front of the system are puppets, right? They are all puppets. We are talking about the government sectors. We're talking about the politician. They are all puppets. The real engineer mindology, the ones that are at the back, are the ones that are actually controlling you guys not to see what's right there in front of you. They are trying by all means to make sure that people don't wake up and be ascended like you have to be. Definitely you join this channel because you want to understand all the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding about the sun, how the energy works and operates, because you want to be a better version. You want to be a fully ascended master like myself. But there are people that are working so hard every single time, every chance they get, to make sure that you don't actually come close step to you having to realize who you really are. And it is a problem. Now, these people are trying so much that are part of the secret society, right? What you want to call the conspiracy theory. They are real, definitely, right? They're trying so hard to make sure that everybody becomes through a moment whereby you're going to go to a suicidal thought, because they want people to literally kill themselves. When you have to receive all the positive energy that's going to advance your macabre, your body, which is a your crystalline body, they want to make sure that you don't actually come to that. By the time whereby the energy now is coming so strong in a superconductive way onto this planet, right, through the gamma radiation, the solar flares, what will happen in your mind, every negative thing which you're supposed to deal with in your demons are going to rise. And when they rise, they'll all come into your mind and confuse you a lot. When it confuses you a lot, it's supposed to actually open a portal to let you open up to this experience of self-realization. Instead, what will happen, this will be so confusing, right? There will be so much toxic things that rise emotionally within you. And definitely, you will think that the only way out for me to have peace is literally killing myself. It happens. It's happening right now. I know that there are people that have actually killed themselves without actually having to know why. It doesn't have to come to the point whereby now you have a lot of debts which you have to pay up. You owe so many people, or things are not actually working out the way you planned them to be. It just happened randomly. Sitting down wherever you're sitting, you might have suicidal thoughts that I just want to kill myself. Why? Because behind the whole entire force, there's a bigger agenda. That's why I always tell you, if you're not controlling your mind, definitely something or someone bigger than you is controlling your mind for you. So you have to control your mind. If you don't do that, you'll be destroyed. And the only person that's going to actually destroy themselves is yourself, right? You're becoming your greatest enemy. You don't even know it, because you are feeding yourself to the low entities and vibration. Now, let's talk about it. Let's just be honest. The phones which you carry, they have a low frequency vibration most of the time. They're spending time and day trying to control. Listen, they're not trying to control your mind. They are literally controlling your mind. The towers you walk around in towns, those towers, long, gigantic, 7-foot towers, they're literally penetrating in your mind cells, right? Your brain cells. They're destroying and burning those brain cells. You're unable to function well. It is important for you to actually always protect yourself from these frequencies, because they're releasing a lot of negative frequency to you so that you can actually self-harm yourself. You can harm yourself, rather to say. So you have to you have to control. Anything that happens within your mind is able to destroy your whole entire life. So they've got these frequencies in your phone, technology, and they're having you to be attached to these things. Attachment is one sick, poisonous thing that can actually destroy you if you're unable to control it, because now it is controlling you. It has taken over your life. You're like now a programmed person with the chip on your hand all the time wherever you go, and it is connected to these towers. Every time when there's an exchange of information through a frequency energy within this technology, it is affecting your brains. It is making you to be mentally imbalanced, right? Your mind won't be stable enough to comprehend what is coming into this world, slowly penetrating in everybody. It's going to be hard. But the moment whereby you're receiving a lot of information within your mind, definitely you want to actually kill yourself, because this thing can be so painful. Information can be so painful, especially if you're not ready for it, right? Knowledge is dangerous. It is power. When you receive a lot of it within your mind, you are able to transform yourself into something that is far greater than technology itself. Literally, you can be able to communicate with people from far reach. I'm talking about outside of this dome in a telepathic way. Now they are making sure that your mind doesn't actually come to that aspect, right? They're giving you the poisonous food. They're giving you a lot of fluoride in a tap water, right? All fluoride is there to mentally disturb you. This later goes to what you know today as the depression. Depression is not real. They make it so real because it furthers their pharmaceutical companies to make a lot of money out of you. And that is the truth, right? That is the truth. The reason why you go through a depression is because of the mental breakdown. If your mind goes through a mental breakdown, anything is possible. It is easy for them to forge any type of a sickness that will fit the category of your symptoms that you're having at the time. So the suicidal thoughts are still going to rise unless you do this. Now pay attention, right? You need to pay attention because I'm so alive. I am so alive right now. I'm filled with a lot of fire. As a sun living consciousness, a blessing to you guys. I want everybody to rise and become fully ascended masters. That is all I always tell you. You have to sun gaze all the time. Every chance you get, sun gaze, take it all within. Take off your shoes, walk with your barefoot, right? Meditate a lot. It is important. Detox your body every single week. You want to balance your spirituality that is within, that can actually embrace the much power that is of cosmic light that will better benefit your soul. In the long run, you have to keep up with that. Now, if you want to have control over this mental breakdown within you, you have to do these things. From today, first thing is first, start controlling your mind. Don't let anybody or the media control it for you, right? Don't let anything that is outside of you control you. Don't let the worship gene inside of you control you as well. Everything is inside of you. When you control your mind, you will be able to see through every lie that's there in front of you, right? You'll be able to see through the matrix and you'll be able to master it to the point that you can maneuver and excel out of it, right? You shouldn't let it control you, but you must control it all the time. Another thing, you have to be away from any type of an attachment. The materialistic world is destroying you. And that is the reason why you'll have suicidal thoughts. Because when everything rises within you, you'll think about your failures, that I haven't actually done this. You look at other people getting successful and you'll think that there's something wrong with your success when there's nothing wrong with your success. You just need to listen, you just need to work a little hard. Extra hard, focus, manifest, and break anything. Listen, the greatest person in this world is a person when they're going through hardships in their own lives, they don't actually give up easily like that, but they can be able to turn it around into something that is positive. That's what you are here for. You have to learn that. You have to learn to change anything from a negative aspect into a positive aspect, right? Balancing the two, you're going to be able to excel. It is a yin yang. You become one powerful force in this world. Nobody and nothing can ever touch and destroy you because you're so good to the point that anything that is negative, you can actually be able to turn it into something that is positive. Few people can actually do this, but we need to grow in numbers in order for you to actually be able to do this. All means necessary. Whatever that happens, you have to master this thing of making sure that whatever that is negative in your life, you are turning it into something that is positive. When you do that, definitely, you'll be able to have control over everything. So don't let the materialistic world control you. Any sort of an attachment from a person, family member, a sister, your partner, you have to detach from those things. You have to detach from anything which you can possibly have an attachment to. It is not good. Attachment is very dangerous. And it is the reason why it'll actually bring suicidal thoughts, because when the things which you're attached to are no longer giving you all that success or that that great advantage in your life, then it's going to be a problem in your mind. Everything will rise from everything which you bury within, and it's going to clash all together and become one and definitely destroy you. You won't be able to take over your mind and control it, because with the energy that will come from the ether coming into you, because the energy doesn't care. The energy doesn't care if whether or not you are practicing spirituality. The energy, when it comes, it needs to find you being ready. Knowing very well that you've challenged yourself to the point that you've dealt with anything that is negative or that has ever been negative in your whole entire life. When that energy comes, because it is here to advance the mother nature, definitely the people who walk amongst her will have to actually rise as well. If you're not for it, definitely it will destroy you. Then you'll go through a mental state whereby you'll think that the only way out of this is for me to actually kill myself. It is happening. You can't run away from it. Because at the end of the day, it's you, yourself, and your higher self. Nobody else. Everybody that has misled you won't be there to hold your hand and walk through it. You must do it yourself. All the time. I'm not going to hold your hand. Nobody's going to hold your hand. I don't need to hold anybody's hand. Already I'm giving you all the energy for you to actually advance as a sun living consciousness in your macabre, right? So any sort of an attachment, run the hell away from it. It will destroy you. It will make you think that it is time for me to actually kill myself. Don't let anything that is materialistic hold power over you. You should be able to have power over it. You have to be an alchemist that can actually make anything possible when you put your mind into will. Bend any sort of an energy to your will, to your own advantage. That's what you need to do. Now, this goes without saying. I want you guys to decalcify your pineal gland. If you're feeling that now, you're having suicidal thoughts, get a turmeric. Put it in the water. Warm it up. Don't boil it too much. Drink it once every night before you sleep. Detox your first eye, because it depends on it. When your mind has a lot of fluoride, chances are you go through a mental breakdown. And if you don't understand what's happening inside of you, when pressure rises, all that is negative comes back to you as a reminder. Definitely, you will feel obliged to kill yourself right there at that spot. Not to actually mention that there are agents that are spiritual agents that are sent to you. There are spirits that are low entities, known as the demons these days. They are there to destroy you. They take over your body and make sure that you need to take your life as if like it is the only option there is for you to actually progress in this negative thing that will take over your whole entire body and your mind. It happens, right? You need to decalcify your pineal gland. Get a turmeric, mix it with water, warm water, drink it every time when you sleep, 3 times a week. Red berries are very good in actually decalcifying your pineal gland. You need to break through this mental breakdown and have control over it, right? Do that. It will actually benefit you great. Trust me. I know what I'm talking about. It is important for you to always keep up no matter what happens. You have to keep up with your spiritual essence and be the better person. At the end of the day, you have to learn how to overcome all the bad experiences in your life. Stop burying anything that is negative. Express it out. Try to heal it through meditation. Heal yourself. Heal yourself. Feel free from within. Don't hold anything back, because if you do that, it'll bring so much problems in your mental state. You have to overcome anything that is negative. Face it. Don't be afraid to look at the world and tell it that I'm not afraid, right? You need to overcome these things. You have to understand the cosmic light, which is the darkness, your shadow that keeps on following you around wherever you go. Be in the dark room, switch off all the lights. Talk to yourself, meditate. Tell yourself that I'm not afraid. I'm here and ready to face my demons, because I'm going to conquer you all, right? I'm going to conquer you all, because you have to. You have to. Remember that every pain and grief your ancestors has felt, it runs deep in your bloodline. You have to heal it for them. You have to heal it for them. So you have to keep this in mind, right? Continue doing the great work. Meditate, sun gaze, do yoga, detox your body every single week. Eat healthy. It is important. This goes without saying. Keep up with this healthy diet, and I'm telling you, you'll be able to be the better version of yourself. You have joined this channel because you wanted to be the ascended master and understand all there is for you to actually understand about energy. And you have found it, right? Or perhaps it has found you. The gamma radiation, I'm going to release it, and everybody's going to feel the wrath of the energy of the sun. You can't run away from it. Don't say I didn't warn you. You can't run away from it. You can fool yourself and think that I'm not the living consciousness of the sun, Ra. I'm telling you, I'm going to show you the power which I have connected to everybody in this world. So we have to rise and have power and be able to bring great cosmic enlightenment upon everybody. Love and cosmic light.
In this world, there are so many things which you can achieve when you are alone.
It is always good for you to always have that high.
It is very important to do these things first thing in the morning when you wake up. Don't wake up and then you start to think about food. You wanna have your breakfast. Breakfast is not good at all. It slows you down anyway. But when you wake up, the first thing that you want to do